Hello, my friends. Welcome to Jenna Knits. My name is Jenna and I like knitting. This is going to be an incredibly informal video. As you can see, I'm filming on my laptop. A lot of my camera stuff just got unpacked yesterday, so all of that is charging and getting ready to go. But I figured now that I'm in a place where I can actually film, show you the projects I currently have on the needles, and talk about some of the things that I have completed, I figured I'm just gonna get a video out into the ether and say hi to you guys. It's been a couple months. It's been a crazy couple of months. I'm now in a different town, in a different place with my kids. We didn't move too far away, maybe like an hour, 45 minutes away from where we were. And I'm also back at work, which I know I've said in a video, but that's been kind of tricky. So the schedule's a little different now that I live further away from work. I also have a tickle in my throat because the weather keeps hitting 90 degrees and then 60 degrees. So I'm sorry if that gets annoying. But I just wanted to make this a quick video. I found out yesterday that my live works again. Very exciting news. So I will be going live again every weekend, which is thrilling. I'll figure out which day here pretty soon. I'm thinking Saturday mornings. It seems to be easier with the new schedule. But I'm thinking I'm going to come back on here again, start going live every Saturday and knitting with you all, which I'm absolutely thrilled about because I loved making those videos. I have another YouTube channel where I bake with my son. He hasn't really loved being on camera recently, so we've paused that one, and it's just going to kind of turn into me just baking. But I've been making videos on YouTube for almost 6 years, and I loved those lives so much. So I am really excited to know that it works on my phone, and so I'm just gonna do them on my phone and be able to connect with you all and have a knitting buddy, because I have one girlfriend here that crochets, and she also has 2 kids. The schedules are tricky, and so it's always a hit or miss on whether or not we can actually meet up. So I'm really excited to be able to meet with you guys on a more consistent schedule, and also be able to post more on here, showing you my projects and having that time to knit again. So I have not made, since I can't edit this, we're just gonna flow right in. I have made a lot of beanies recently. A lot of them were gifts. Let me get my tea. It's my coffee. It's not gonna make my throat any better, but I've made a lot of coffee. I've made a lot of beanies recently. The scarf that I was working on for an eternity, I did finish it, and I gave that as a gift as well. What's the name of the pattern I've been working on? The Cabrone beanie. It's a free pattern from Knit Q. Let me see if there's like a bazillion ads on here, but it is a great pattern. Let me see if I can get it to zoom in a bit. So it kind of, yeah, there we go. You can kind of see it. It's beautiful. And I used my Color Blast, the springtime one for Universal Yarn. I used that to make 2 beanies and that scarf. So I think I'm completely out of that yarn. I made one beanie that just had a chunky 2x2 rib on the bottom and was just stockinette up the top. And then I made the Cabrone beanie with a cute pom-pom on top, and then the scarf. So I think I used the rest of that yarn. At least I hope so, because I have had that yarn for so long and I worked with it so much. And I'm not gonna lie, I loved working with that yarn. That was my first time dabbling with Universal Yarn. It was so soft. My only complaint really is that, and it didn't do this with the Cabrone beanie as much, but I think there was just maybe more darker shades because it ombres through colors. So maybe it was just darker shades. But with my stockinette beanie, a lot of the dye came out. And so it was a completely different color. It was much, much more ashy. And that was kind of disappointing. But luckily, the Cabrone beanie was paired with the scarf, and they both still had that vibrancy. But I'm not sure why the other beanie just kind of got a little bit drained of the color. but that's okay. It still turned out beautiful. It's still very soft. It still fit. It still did all those things. But it was just kind of a disappointment that that vibrancy went away. I don't know. Maybe it was just like that chunk of the yarn wasn't as vibrant and I just didn't notice. But I do feel, based off of the filming that I've done for TikTok, you can see a little bit more of a grayness to it. But I am making another Cabrone beanie right now. I'll show you this. And this is turning out. I have 18 rows left, guys. I'm in the decreases. This turned out beautiful. Gorgeous. I love it because each column is a different pattern, right? It alternates. And I'm pairing this with Rowan tweed because your girl needs to get rid of this Rowan tweed. I love you, Rowan, but I'm so sick of you being in mustache. So I'm putting it in places where it doesn't necessarily need to be, but I think it really, really makes the shades in here. I know that it's a little bit grainy, but it makes the shades in this particular yarn really pop. Let me show you. This is what I'm using. And it's all these beautiful browns and greens, and pairing it with this more blue green is just really making it like pop a lot. I think it's turning out absolutely gorgeous. I'm just in the decreases and then that bad boy is done. I'm really excited to give that one as a gift. And then another commission beanie that I'm doing is kind of a crazy one. Crazy color wise. Trying something new with cotton. And I don't know why I feel like this person needs it to be cotton. I don't know if I'm going to commit fully. I'm not too far into it. So I'm going to get my friend's opinion and see what they think. But I am using Knit Picks. They requested 3 colors, purple, green, and pink. And I found a skein that had all 3 in them. It's very soft, nice wool, lace weight. But I'm pairing it with this like highlighter yellow. They want like a very 90s brightness. And so I was like, well, let me pair this with a bright highlighter yellow so that those other colors just look like crazy little sprinkles, right? But this is cotton. It's just from Hobby Lobby, but it looks really cool, okay? It looks how I want it to look. But the texture isn't what I'm used to, so I feel like it's wrong. So if any of you've made like a cotton beanie, see, even saying like cotton beanie just sounds weird, but if any of you made a cotton beanie, let me know what you think or what you thought before I go too far in on this. I really want it to look like this. So if I can go and just find a wool blend of this brightness, but this just looks so cool, and I will never use this for me personally. So hopefully a cotton beanie isn't weird. I don't know. It seems weird to me, but I'm hoping that it works out. Just the feel test of it, you know, it doesn't feel like a beanie. And so I'm tempted to this is only like 4 rounds. So I'm tempted to just frog it and go get a bright yellow today. But I'm probably going to end up doing that. I'll wait. If somebody gives me an opinion, give me your opinion. Another whip that I have on right now, I just cast off one of these little rectangles, but I'm making a market bag for my niece for Christmas. Just using those little dollar skeins from Hobby Lobby because I know that this is going to get probably abused a little bit. Like it's going to get knocked around like at the park or at school or whatever. And so I wanted to use a yarn that was going to be really durable and also not hard on the budget because I know that this is going to get kind of like dinged up a little bit. But I'm doing rectangles, so I got my 2 rectangles. I'm going to get 2 more rectangles going, and then I'm going to do white strips. Well, it's like creamy strips in between and then as the border. I think it'll look really cute, so I'm kind of excited about it. But or I was tempted to make it to where they looked like little squares on the bottom and then do 2 more on top. I don't know. I'm kind of playing with the construction of it, but I have a vision of sorts. I just need to kind of hone in and actually complete all of my pieces and then just kind of Tetris them together. Let's see. I have one more whip over here. And this one has been sitting here forever, and I feel so bad because my daughter honestly could probably fit in it now. She's so tall, guys. Okay, I'm going to detour real quick because she just turned 1. For my friends that have been watching since they started this little channel, she just turned 1. There's no way. I just had that baby. She just turned 1. And oh my gosh, she's so beautiful and she's so smart. And she's running. Like, she started walking at 9 months just like Jack, which is crazy. And she's just so big. She's so tall and she's so vocal and she's so all these things. And so I started making these dresses with the mindset of she wouldn't be able to wear them for another year. But she's almost in a 2T because she's so tall. And so, like the blueberry dress that I made, she could probably fit in that now. But I made this and making this because it is not done yet. And I'm really super lazy on it. I have the hiccups now. Fantastic. But, oh my goodness. It reminds me of that zebra bubblegum, the zebra rainbow bubblegum. I think I've shared this before, but it's like pleated on the bottom and then just cream up top. But it's so squishy and so soft and so beautiful. And all I literally have to do is the straps. So, I mean, it's so cute. She could definitely fit in this now. I need to get that done. So my goal, I'm going to finish up this video here. I just wanted to show you the whips that I have going on for this weekend. I plan on knocking out at least 2 of them. So today is Friday. Today is Friday. I plan on knocking out 2 of them. I want my cabrone beanie done and I want the dress done. I'm going to pause on my colorful beanie because I need to think about that. And then this one just has a lot of pieces. So it's very tedious and I know that I'm going to go braid numb doing it. So I'm going to pace myself. I have time, but I want to be able, I haven't cast on a single sweater. And so this weekend, I shared in my live, this weekend I will be teaching my mom how to knit. And so I'm doing the October sweater, which is a great beginner sweater because it teaches you like real construction. I'm wearing my spicula sweater today, but it shows you like real construction, starting it flat, going back and forth, getting an actual shaped collar and cuffed and raglan, and it shows you all the construction that you need for a sweater, but not in a way that's overcomplicated. Like, I didn't want to do a petite knit because when I did my anchor sweater, which is the first one that I made, I was so confused because it was so, no hate, because I love her patterns and I've made them a lot, as you all know, but she's very wordy in places where she doesn't need to be. And so for a beginner, it's overwhelming with words where it needs to just be like, make one, make one, make one, make one, marker, marker, marker. It's very wordy. And so I felt with the October sweater that it's just, this is what this is. Try it on. You like it? If you don't, figure it out. You know, like, I felt like it was very to the point and it's going to be very nice. So what I'm doing is my mom is casting on her sweater. We're casting on the exact same size so that wherever she is in the pattern, I'm there with her. But what she doesn't know is she thinks that I'm making myself another one and she's making hers. What she doesn't know is that both of them will end up being hers. I found this beautiful, super rich green. She really wants a green sweater, and I feel like I've shown you all this before. But I found this very like mossy, deep, it comes off more blue in this lighting just because of what I'm filming on. But it's a very saturated green, and she really wants a sweater that shade. And so I was like, well, if we're doing this together, I'm going to use this yarn, and then on Christmas, I'll just give her that sweater. And because that's been my plan this whole time anyway. I was like, well, if you want to make one with what you have going on, I'm going to secretly make this one for you. And I think it's going to be really fun. We have our first lesson on Saturday. So is that tomorrow? Yeah. And yeah, it's going to be really fun. I'm pretty stoked about it. And I'm pretty stocked up on that yarn, but I have not seen it again at Hobby Lobby. So I'm hoping that I have enough because I'm going to have to double strand it. So I'm really hoping I have enough. I'm probably going to have to make a mystery order of some sort. But that's all I wanted to share with you all this morning. I'm sorry for how informal it is. My camera will be up and running by tomorrow, but I just got impatient because I plan on going live in the morning as well. I wanted to have everything kind of squared away for you guys. And hopefully when I film the video tomorrow, both of those whips will be done. Again, I only have 18 rows on the Cabrone beanie or Cabrone beanie. I really don't know how, I don't know. And then I only have the straps left, but they're knit flat and I just hate that, even though it's only like maybe 20 rows each. Like, it's not even that much, but I'm just like, I just don't want to do it. So I need to get that done and the beanie done today, and then share your opinion on the cotton beanie. I have mixed feelings because I feel like it's not going to be, it could be more of like a year-round beanie situation, and because it's not wool, it won't be as warm, but I thought it would be easier to wash and stuff because he skates and so he's real sweaty, and so I was like, maybe if I did a cotton that would make more sense, but maybe that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Let me know your opinion on that. Anyways, I'm gonna go get my son and go on a little date for a little while and go get haircuts because you can see I have a mane now. There's a lot of hair going on, and so I need a much needed haircut, and my son needs a much needed haircut. So we're gonna go on a little breakfast date, and then I'm gonna come back here and start knocking out these projects. And yeah, also guys, almost completely forgot, I'm going to link it below because it's been doing really, really well, and I haven't really shared it much on here other than in like shorts. But I also, over the summer, started my own business, jennaknits.com. I make luxe candles out of bee and soy wax with hemp wicks, and I mix all of the oils myself. And later on today, I will be releasing the fall flavors onto my website. I'll be sharing them on Instagram pretty soon, and getting them uploaded onto the website so that you guys can buy them. But they're doing so well, and I'm so excited. I'm in quite a few stores locally, and it's just been really exciting. I did not realize how much I was going to love making candles, but I'm in a couple of the craft fairs, and going to be at a farmer's market locally, and it's just really, really fun. So if you're looking for little stocking stuffers, it's all yarn puns. So I have like what I wish wool smelled like. I have yarn roast, which is my coffee blend. I have softly spun, which is more citrus. My my fall ones are of course sweater weather, obviously. And then I have a quiet cast off. I have quite a few yarn snob. I've got cashmere baddie. I've got quite a few scents going on, and I feel like I'm still missing like one or two of them, but check out my website. Let me know what you think. I'll have those new scents up later on today. I just wanted to let you all know first so you can expect to see that up there. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow for the live. I'm thinking probably around like 9, 10. No, let's do like 9 in the morning. Yeah, 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern. I will go live. That just seems like the best time for me to do that tomorrow because my mom will be here around 10. So I'll pop on and go live for about 30 minutes before my mom gets here. And then we'll just slowly manipulate and get the live going back again. But I am so excited to be here with you guys again. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you're new to this channel, again, hello, I am Jenna. I do all kinds of things. And subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.